Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. So this one's not for a challenge or anything. I just really needed to get some more of these pictures scrapped. I do have a piece of paper over one of my friends' faces just because I don't have their permission for them to be on YouTube. So I figured I would just go ahead and cover him up. So yes, I decided I really needed to get some of these floral die cuts on a page. I still have, I think, all of them. So I really wanted to do a page where I can get a couple of them used up. So I'm trying to pull in some green and some pink. I really love the green that's this triangle background paper. It's different than the emerald and the minty green that's in the collection. So I like there's a lot of different options. They all kind of give you a different feel when you pair them with the pinks in the collection. So I thought this one would be a really nice, different green than the ones I've used so far. And then you can see me trying to cut apart this 6x8 butterfly paper for the pink I want to pull in. I really like this pattern paper and wanted to pull in some of these butterflies in that pink color. But being stingy, I wanted to try and figure out a way to get this 6x8 to be the size I wanted instead of having to cut, a 12 by 12 into the size. So you can see I tried to do this whole zigzag cut to make it look bigger than it is because the photos are going to cover a large part of that gap. So I'm just trying to figure out how to space that right now. But that's pretty much where it's going to start. I just wanted to do something a little different. Usually when I have multiple photos, I really like stacking them right together. But I thought staggering them this way would kind of give it a different look. So I thought that would be fun. So I'm trying to get this first layer down, and from here I just want to try and figure out embellishments for the florals. This is a pretty simple design. This was more about getting these die cuts and these photos documented. I didn't really have a big design plan, but I do like that I already have this diagonal look with these photos staggered the way they are, so I thought it would just make sense to have these floral clusters in either corner. I do have some scraps of this striped green paper, so I'm just going to try and use that to create another little extra layer around where the photos hang off the page. Sorry, my hair is in frame again. My hair has been looking pretty rough lately, so sorry about that. I think you guys can all empathize with the stay-at-home order and all that stuff, which I still have to go to work. But when I am home, it's definitely in the state of pretty much everyone else's. And then I don't have a big scrap of white paper other than like my nice white paper, so I just decided to use some cheap computer paper to give a white mat around all of these layers. I just thought having a white border would look really nice. So again, I'm just trying to be frugal. I have like a couple reams of computer paper, but as I'm not graduated and I don't need them for school anymore, I decided that I would just use a computer paper piece to do my matting. So I'm just trying to get that trimmed to where it looks even. But I think that looks kind of cool, and that way I get to use up another green scrap around the photos and have that extra layer behind the pink butterfly paper. So that's where my layering is. That's pretty much all the paper layering I'm going to do. Now I just need to round out my clusters where these florals are. I also pulled out this little refresh die cut. I thought that would be a nice little sentiment and bring that darker green into the center of the page, because right now that darker green is really just on either side of the photo. So I want my hair, oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I have to chuckle at myself. It looks really rough. So I did want that darker green in the middle of the page, so I thought that refresh die cut would be nice. I also thought adding a doily would be a nice, like, delicate, layery detail to have behind the floral, so that's what I'm going with. I decided to also pull in a glassine bag for the top corner, so I'm just trying to get that together. But I do just want to do a little bit of journaling on this one. So this is from Billy's second puppy swap. So you guys had seen a couple pages of Baldwin. So this was Baldwin's trainer. In the right hand picture here, I don't have her face in the photo, but these are some update photos that they had sent me just to let me know how Billy was doing. They went on a walk with their personal dog Bo, so I just thought they were really cute photos. I wanted to document Billy's experience with being with a different trainer during this swap as well. So I thought the refresh was appropriate just because it gave Billy a fresh chance to be with a different person to see how he did. And then, you know, I also was super happy to get him back after this. So definitely wanted to document that because it's definitely a big part of the guide dog training. Doing this swap. But of course I'm going to gut this green paper that's going to be in the background because a huge chunk of that is covered, and I really like this type of green from this collection, so I'm just going to save a chunk of that and then get the layers glued down. And then after this, I pretty much need to pull in my hashtag sticker book and my enamel dots like I've been doing for most of the month. So I really wanted to get some more tiny words and enamel dots used up. I found this is a really great way to try and dig into some stash while using some new products. So this One Canoe 2 Willow collection is one of the newer collections I own. But I like that I've really been digging into my enamel dot stash in these hashtag sticker books while I've been using it too, because I really thought I would exclusively be using just this collection, and I'm glad I've been able to pull in some other things to use with it. So I'm using my little washi trick to do my journaling. It just says Billy was kept busy during his swap and was grateful for the update pictures. Or I was grateful for the update pictures. And then I just said how Billy and Bo went on a hike, and I was happy to see how well he did on the graded bridge. What a happy boy. So these kinds of, I mean, in this photo, Billy is just had turned a year, I believe. So one of the things when we have our guide dog puppies is we like to take them to all these different environments to kind of desensitize them to anything they might have to walk on once they're paired with a person. And things like this where you have this graded bridge over a river and they can see through it, that kind of thing is a really good thing to try and get puppies used to. That way if they're with someone who is seeing impaired, they feel comfortable enough taking them over these surfaces. So I just wanted to note that as well. I did pull in the thickers and decided just to call it hike. I'm really running out of letters in this sticker sheet, so at least I could spell hike. And I had a ton of numbers left over, so I thought why not just pop a date on there using the thickers as well, just to get some of the numbers used up. So yeah, just doing my journaling now, and then I'll go into my hashtag sticker book. I actually decided to pull in some of the olivey green ones, just because I felt like that replicated a couple of the green leaves from the floral pieces I was really trying to use up. And then it just also pulled in some of the pink ones, so I'll go and do that in a minute. And then when I start playing with enamel dots, I was trying to look for like one pink that I thought looked really nice to use, but I ended up doing 3 different pinks and kind of doing a multi-tone enamel dot triangle in each cluster, so you'll see that too. But now that I'm grabbing those, I find this cute little pink scallopy sticker in the hashtag sticker book. I thought that'd be a nice little detail to add to the bottom floral cluster, just because the top floral cluster had the addition of the glassine bag. So I just wanted something a little extra in the bottom cluster as well. So I just pulled in that pink little scallop, which I thought was super sweet. And now I'm trying to find my word stickers to figure out which colors I wanted to use and which sentiments. So the top cluster ends up having 2 stickers that says smile and choose happy. And then the bottom cluster has 2 stickers that says today and enjoy the view. So I thought all of those were appropriate. So you'll see me staggering those in those clusters. And then I pretty much just think I have the enamel dots. Like I said, this is a super simple page. I kind of didn't know if I felt like posting this one or not, but I know you guys have said you'd just rather me post them even if I don't think they're that spectacular, so this is kind of one of those pages, but in the long run, when you're a scrapbooker, it's fun to do the process and make all these creative things, but a whole nother side of it is getting things documented. So that's kind of one of those pages where I just needed to get the story told, and then I can move on. But definitely glad I got what I wanted to use up on this page used up. I'm really surprised I hadn't used these floral die cuts yet from the ephemera set, so I feel a little bit better that I got a couple of those used up, because I definitely didn't want all of those left over at the end of the month. But now you can just see me playing with these enamel dots. So I have 2 different packets that have different shades of pink, and I was just playing around with which ones I wanted to use up. But I do like that I got 3 separate tones. I think this page has, even though it's really just a pink and green page, there's a lot of different tones within that spectrum. So with there being all these different greens in this collection between the thickers and all the pattern papers and stuff, I wanted to kind of pull that in with all the different pinks and the enamel dots. So here are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.